Hello everyone, thanks for coming to my channel. I'm Kelly, and thanks for watching this video. This one should be pretty quick. I'm going to make a hot pad for a friend of mine with this First Nations Indigenous fabric, and I'm going to make one bear paw block. So I have some black fabric with a tiny bit of print and some red grunge. I made half square triangles, trimmed them to 3.5, and that corner block is 3.5. So I'll get it sewn up and I'll show you what it looks like. I made a 4 patch for the back and I put black around it. It's a little bigger than the top. I believe we are at, just a minute here, it's 11 this way and about 11.5, but it'll get trimmed up properly because there's the top and it's 9.5 inches. So I'm going to cut up 2 squares of cotton batting this size, and then I'll quilt it and we'll carry it on later. So, yes, I bought another sewing machine. This is from my neighbor across the street. She's my long armer. And she bought this in Germany before they moved here. And the reason I wanted it is because of the integrated foot there, because I need a walking foot. She also gave me the manual, which is pretty good, but it's all in German. So let me just show you the pictures and I'll show you what I mean. I used Google Translate for this part, for getting the bobbin wound, and all about getting it loaded and everything like that. There's another page. I'm kind of balancing it carefully on the table. Not the greatest. How to do the bobbin. But my friend showed me that. Whoops, and there it goes. See what I mean? And threading it. Pretty easy, actually. Progress is being made on the hot pad. I did lines of quilting across there and across there, and I did stitch in the ditch down there and down there. And now I'm working on the binding, following a tutorial from Marie of Marie Scrappy Creations. I am doing my binding like she did, except I'm sewing mine on the front because I didn't want to have my points cut off. I hope it's going to work. She did her binding 2 3/4 inch wide, so that's what I did. The usual routine for binding. Sew it on the side, go to the corner. You guys know how to do that. Marie says she leaves herself a little bit extra, so that's what I did. And she says when she gets around to the other side, to be going down the last bit, that's where you have to kind of change things up a little bit. So I'm going to go consult the video, and then I will come back and carry on and show you guys what to do. Marie says before you come along this side and sew that last bit, take this piece you started with, because it's got to go over the other side, and fold it over. And she sews it down a little bit. I'm going to consult the video and see how far, and then I'll show you guys after I've got it done. Okay, I sewed right along the edge. Marie says to do that just to keep it held down and put a pin in there just so it stays firm. And I'm going to take it over to the machine and we'll carry on. I've gone carefully down this last side. I don't mind if there's room after my points on my half square triangles. I just don't want them cut off. So that's what I've been doing. And then as you come along to the edge, like this, you go past the edge. Now Marie says do about 1 inch, so I will do it about there-ish. Just keep on sewing. Put my finger on the spot and sew off the edge to about there. A little back. That should do it. To get enough room for your loop, lay your pad out like this, straight along the line, pretty straight. Keep your binding piece flat and measure off 6 inches. Now, I'm going to put my edge right there on 10. Line up, and I'm going to cut. I'm just going to use my scissors over here on 16. Like so. Here's the tricky part. Take the end of your flappy bit, fold it over. You can press it with your fingers. I ironed it. Lay it down and fold this edge up. Oh, hi, Henry. Again, you can finger press. I pressed it with my iron. Then fold the top part over. Yes, it's going to be bulky. And press it down and pin it. Now sew this down right along the edge, as if you're sewing a bag handle together or something, all the way along the edge. Carry yourself along the edge, and then continue along there and sew all the way around. I'm just about at the end, but everyone, please go use the link I'm putting in the description box for Marie's video. She did her potholder scrappy, and they're super cute, and they deserve a look. When you get back around to where you started, make sure that you back tack across there, because that's a pretty important joining spot. Now you got to make a loop. So Marie does kind of something like this. But I don't really want that to be on the front of mine. I guess that's why you sew it on the other way around. Anyway, so I'm going to make mine somewhat like that, in some fashion. Is it perfect? No. Is it a loop? Yes. Can you hang it up? Should be fine. Not a problem. There we go. All done. I made sure that the second part of the loop was right angles to this, and I just went around. You could do an X, you could do a bunch of lines, whatever. Just make sure that this is firmly anchored down. Looks okay from the front, and yes, you can see the sewing line from the binding, but it looks just like another, like, inside lap of red quilting stitches. I think it turned out cute, and I think my friend will like it. Thank you for watching.